There is so much war happening currently worldwide, and I assume that many people are really afraid and worried. So, what can we, on a personal level, do to contribute to worldwide peace? Hi, this is Katrin from Inspire New Beginnings and 2 points, one smile. And I will just guide you through a simple two-pointing process where we are focusing on peace. Because if you follow me for some time, you understand the concept. The outside world is always only reflecting what is going on within our own little world, also inside of us, in our thoughts, in our hearts, in our spirits, and in our energy field. And I'm not saying that you are contributing to war, but unless everyone is finding inner peace within themselves, there will be war happening, and they won't stop. They will be at different places at different times, but that won't stop. And therefore, all we can do, and I think it's a much better way, and I'm talking about the people who are not directly involved. For those, it will be a lot harder. I'm talking about you and me who are kind of sitting on the sideline observing this, and when we are observing it, we are realizing the emotions and possibly the worry and the fear that is coming up. So, again, what we are two-pointing within is we are releasing our own personal fears that may have come from a past wartime, from an ancestor who has been involved in the war, or our own personal lives that are definitely not at peace. Okay, so let's talking more two-pointing. Here we go. So you know the drill. You start like always with everything is light and information. Then you get yourself by breathing a few times into the space that I call mental level alpha, where our brainwave frequency is reduced, which is an ideal space to do meditations or two-pointing or learning for that matter too. And then all we do now, and this is a bit different to what we normally do, we, in this instance, are focusing. So you defocus your eyes and you are focusing on a moment where you felt, where you can remember, where you felt completely at peace. It can be your feet in the sea, or you're standing in the forest and you're beside the trees and you hear the birds. It can be a childhood memory. It can be sitting with a friend having a cup of coffee. Just a moment where you internally felt completely at peace. So bring up that memory. And then you, like I like to then, when I do this on my own, like to take one hand and put it kind of on my chest place or close to my heart. And then you are stating, or you're asking certain questions, and I just ask the ones that just come right now. Is there anything that prevents me from experiencing this feeling, focusing on, you have focused on the inner peace, from experiencing this feeling more often? Let's start with more often. And then you take your second hand and you are scanning your field. And when you feel the resonance, if you do feel a resonance, you simply state, be transformed or be released. And as you know, I usually start yawning when I do that, but that's not That's not necessary. That is different for everyone. There's another question coming up. Do I have areas in my life on any level, whether this will be my relationship level, my health and wellness, my finances, my connections, where I am not feeling at peace? Ooh, it's coming up for me. So you scan with your hand your energy field again, and when you feel a resonance, you again simply state, be released, be transformed through all space, time, and dimension. And then you wait until the wave has gone through. If you had initially with this question quite a strong response, I recommend you ask that same question up to 3 times, which I'm not doing right now, but you can do that. And then you feel into this feeling, because when we are 2-pointing, what happens is our mind goes quiet. And there is this moment where we don't think, we're only feeling at peace. That is one of the amazing results from 2-pointing. And then you just enjoy that moment for a little. And now I'm saying simply, are there any resources that are helping me and are beneficial and supporting me to feel this inner peace more often? And again, you scan your energy field. And this time, when you feel a difference, when we are integrating, it's quite a different form of resonance. When you feel the resonance, so I sometimes feel like there is a stream of light just moving into my body now, or in my energy field. And when you feel that, and again, for the ones that work with me, if you at the beginning don't feel anything, it doesn't matter. The intention is there. You're asking for the resources and they're always given. And then you simply state integrate and hold that connection for a little while. You can do this as long or as short as you like. Remember, it happens instantaneously. However, I like to stay in that space sometimes because it just simply feels so good. And anything that feels good is helping you in that moment on all your different levels: spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional level, is helping you to heal and to release anything that is no longer serving you. So therefore, I sometimes simply stay in that space. And then we finish off by connecting with our future self, remembering that there is no past, present, and future in quantum physics, and now are intending our future aspect of us that already exists is already living that internal peace on an ongoing basis. And now we are saying we are connecting with that aspect of us that is already living what we intend to live. And when you feel that resonance again, you simply state again, integrate. I like to think of it as that aspect is now pulling me kind of in the right directions. It's helping me to think peaceful thoughts. It's helping me to meet people who are aligned with me. It's kind of pulling me in the right direction. That's how I feel. And this is something you can do on a daily basis if you want to. It's not necessary, but if it feels good, I always say, whatever feels good, do it as often or as little as you like. You can't do anything wrong with 2-pointing. And then you simply observe afterwards. You observe, excuse me, you observe what is different. The results may not necessarily happen right in that moment, in this instance, when you are 2-pointing, but sometimes it does. But you may notice different thoughts coming up in the next few days. You may meet someone who you haven't met for a long time, and you have a really wonderful conversation where you're completely engaged, but in a peaceful, beautiful, connected kind of way. You may open a book that you opened 100,000 times, and there is a couple of lines that jump out at you. You overhear somebody in the bus saying something, and that resonates with you. Anything that gives you like a clue for your next step, or a clue that guides you towards an action, listen to your inner voice and continue that. So I hope this is helpful for all of you in this time. You obviously can always intend for everybody who is directly involved in those countries to find a moment of inner peace and for a peaceful outcome of what seems to be a really crazy time right now. So you're all in my field, you're all in my intentions, and I wish you really from my heart a more peaceful world, which always starts with you. So ka kite, bye for now, and aroha nui, peace to you.